रोड टुडे 360 देख रहे सारे ही दर्शकों ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਔਰ ਸਲਾਮ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਸਾਲ 2017 ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸੁਖਾਵਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਚੜਿਆ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਟੈਲੀਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੁੜਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਨਨ ਗੁਪਤਾ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੋਡ ਟੁਡੇ 360 ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡਾ ਫੋਕਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਿਊਅਰਸ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲਿਸਨਰਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਜ਼ਿਟ ਟ੍ਰੈਫਿਕ ਰੋਡ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਐਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਈਏ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਟੌਪਿਕਸ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗਿਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਆ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਹਿਮ ਰੋਲ ਹੈ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਾਰਥ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਲਾਈਫ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਹੈ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਜ਼ਿਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਰੋਡ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਦੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਹਾਲ ਉਹੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਜੋ ਬੈਕ ਹੋਮ ਰੋਡ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੋ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਾ ਫੋਕਸ ਉਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਫ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਵੋਲਵਡ ਹੈ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਰੀਅਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਗਰੋ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਉਸੇ ਲੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਮਹਿਮਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਰਸਪੈਕਟਿਵ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ ਸੋ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਰੋਡ ਟੁਡੇ 360 ਔਰ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖਾਸ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਜੁੜੇ ਨੇ Private Motor Truck Council of Canada, the President, Mike Millian. Mike, welcome to Road Today 360. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, Manan? Thank you for having me.
I'm very fine, and it's a great honor to have you in our studio.
Thank you.
So, how's the 2017 year been for you so far?
Well, so far in the brief, 11 days we're on. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Definitely. So you have lots of plans lined up. So I know many of our viewers they might have heard the name of PMTC, but since you are the president and you are leading the organization, tell us something about PMTC. What does it do, and how long it has been serving the industry?
Okay. The Private Motor Truck Council of Canada has been around since 1977.
Okay.
It's the only national association in Canada that represents the views and interests of private and dedicated fleets.
Okay.
And I generally like to throw in a bit of an explanation. Not everybody's aware of what a private or dedicated fleet is.
Absolutely. My question was going to be that. What does a private fleet mean?
Yeah, so what a private fleet is somebody whose main business is not transportation. And
Okay.
I'll say they're in the trucking business by default.
Okay.
An example of that would be a Coca-Cola, a PepsiCo, a Home Hardware, a Tim Hortons, a Molson Coors, just to name a few.
Okay.
These companies' main business is getting a product or a service to their stores,
Right.
so their customers can enjoy them.
Right.
Right. They have a large fleet of trucks in order to get that product there. Tim Hortons, for example, everybody knows Tim Hortons.
Right.
Okay, they have a large fleet of trucks that gets their product from their distribution centers to their stores. So their main business is not trucking. Their main business is delivering products or services to its customers. They're in trucking by default.
Correct.
A for-hire company is somebody who will haul any freight for anybody for a sum of money.
Okay.
Right, so that's the main difference between the two. And then we have dedicated fleets in our memberships as well, which is kind of a cross between a for-hire and a private. They will dedicate a certain portion of their fleet and their assets and their manpower to work with a private fleet to help them supplement their fleet and get their products and services out there.
Okay. So like you mentioned, PMTC was founded in 1977. So this is actually the 40th anniversary. So
Correct.
congrats on that
Yes.
big milestone. 2017 has got a lot of milestones. We are celebrating 150 years of Canadian
Yeah.
Confederation.
That one might be slightly larger than our notoriety, but
Absolutely, absolutely. But still, it's a time to celebrate, right?
Yeah.
So private fleets and the dedicated fleets, so they want to become member of PMTC. What is the best way to contact PMTC?
Well, there's a number of ways. They can. Our member services coordinator is Vanessa Cox.
Okay.
They can visit our website at www.pmtc.ca. Information is on there about our association, what we do, events we have coming up, and application process if they want to get in.
Okay.
They can also email Vanessa
Okay.
at info@pmtc.ca.
Right.
Or they can email or phone me anytime they wish as well, and I can provide them with information and get the application forms out to them if they're interested.
Okay.
My email is trucks at pmtc.ca.
Easy to remember.
Easy
right?
to remember.
Trucks at pmtc.ca. So what is the current membership base? Like what kind of, you mentioned few names, Tim Hortons, Coca-Cola. Are they members of your?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
There are a few of our members. Our current chairman is from a company called CPC Logistics, a guy by the name of John Harrison,
Okay.
a long time involvement with the PMTC, and just came on as chairman in June.
Okay.
They're a full service, they manage fleets. Okay, so they don't necessarily have the assets, but a fleet will have the assets, and they manage their entire fleet operation.
I think this company was known previously as
Huron Services.
Huron
Group.
Services, yes.
Yeah, now they're CPC Logistics Canada. CPC is a large organization in the States.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, we have membership based not only from fleets, but also from manufacturers, suppliers to the industry. A couple of
Okay.
manufacturers, for example, Volvo, Idealease, Penske, PACCAR,
Okay.
Ryder. So we get good representation from that end.
Okay.
Trailer manufacturers, Trailer Wizards, Wabash, just as a couple of examples. It's pretty hard to name them all.
Exactly.
But,
So service providers are also
yeah,
members.
Shaw Tracking, PeopleNet are both members of ours as well. So we have the fleet part of it, we have the manufacturing part of it, and training schools. We have them in our membership base. So
Okay.
we try to cover it all. And the fleets are your principal members, and that's who your association is dedicated towards. We're there to service their needs. And then the other ones we call associate memberships.
Okay.
So suppliers to the industry
Okay.
are the two different classes of memberships. You get your private and dedicated fleet, which are your principal members, and then your suppliers of services or products to the industry, which is your associate memberships.
Very nice, very nice. I know PMTC, has been a vocal organization in the industry, talking about different policy changes, policy formulations. You have been personally involved with the MELT announcement, mandatory entry level training. So tell us before we discuss in detail, tell us something about how you got enrolled or involved with trucking and PMTC.
Okay. Well, if we start from the beginning, I started out as a driver.
Okay.
26 years ago now.
Okay.
Spent the first 3 years of my life hauling cattle, pigs, livestock, agriculture products for a local company. Then I went into a over-the-road long haul for hire carrier.
Okay.
It was called Very Transport.
Okay.
Spent 5 years as a driver for them.
Okay.
Then they decided to open their own driving school, and I came off the road, went through a company called KRTS Transportation.
Right.
I went through their Train the Trainer program,
Okay.
and then I became a driver trainer for 2 years for entry-level drivers who'd never been in a truck before. Basically
Right.
prepared them to get their AZ license.
Okay. So you have driven and you have also trained
Yep.
drivers.
And then after 2 years of that, school moved a little further away from where my home was. So I stayed with the same company, but I went into safety, compliance, and training for the same company. I looked after doing the road test, drug and alcohol program, taught their border crossing, orientation, that sort of thing.
Right.
Did that for 2 years. So I was 9 years with that company.
Right.
And after that company ceased to exist,
Okay. It happens.
yeah, it happens. Hopefully not because of me. But that's when I got into the private fleet business. I applied at a company called the Hensel District Cooperative, which was a agriculture cooperative in southwestern Ontario. I was there for 12 and a half years.
Okay.
I looked after safety, compliance, training, and maintenance. When I started there, they had 40 trucks on the road and about 190 employees. When I left there 2 years ago, they had 160 trucks on the road and over 500 employees.
Very nice. Very
So, but that was my introduction to the private fleet
Okay.
industry. While I was with Hensel is how I got my introduction to the PMTC.
Right. Okay.
I saw an ad in the truck news, to be honest with you, to their awards program at their annual conference, and I entered the Hensel fleet as the safest private fleet.
Okay.
I got notification in May of 2004 that our fleet had won the award.
Wonderful.
So I attended the conference. I was impressed by what I saw at the conference, the networking that I obtained, the information that was at the conference. After that, I decided to inquire about membership. Became a member in I believe, the fall of 2004. Got involved more and more, as I tend to do.
Right.
I like to get involved. I like to
Volunteer.
I like to get my opinions out as well.
Correct.
Just ask my wife about that. But anyway, so then I got more and more involved, and in 2007 I was elected to the board of directors,
Okay.
and in 2009 I was elected to the executive.
Okay. So basically, you have been involved with PMTC since 2004, and then recently you were elected, and you are leading the organization as the president.
Yes. Being on the executive, being on the board of directors and then in the executive, those are still volunteer roles.
Yeah.
In the fall of 2014,
Yeah.
Bruce Richards, our previous president for 21 years, announced he was going to move on.
Okay.
I applied for the position in the fall of 2014, and I was named the president of. I've been the president of the PMTC since January 19th of 2015. So
Wonderful.
2 years now.
Wonderful. Congratulations on your completing 2 years at
Thank you.
PMTC as its president. ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਈਕ ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਮੋਟਰ ਟਰੱਕ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ PMTC ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਟਰੱਕਿੰਗ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਝੇਲਣੇ ਪੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਰੋਡ ਟੂਡੇ 360 ਨਾਲ। ਸਮਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਰਾਈਟ ਬੈਕ।